Miss Kira just told me something very, very sad.
I'm hungry. Well, I can't help it when looking at barbecue for like 2 hours now.
Hint. That's who we're doing next.
We're doing now.
Right now.
Right now.
Coming to you live once again from the shores of Lake Como in beautiful southeastern Wisconsin, just miles north of Geneva Lake. Go ahead.
No. In Lake Geneva.
No. Is it Geneva Lake and Lake Geneva?
Geneva Lake is the name of the lake, and the town's called Lake Geneva.
Don't make a mistake about that. She is called Kira Untapped.
And to my right is Randy Weckerly.
At least she didn't say she is called. Look at this one. Anyway, we are getting really hungry because Rob on the Road found a terrific website, and this is something actually I was looking to do. I did not realize they were coming on today. But how do you take a Weber barbecue grill or a grill and turn it into a smoker?
I don't know. I'm excited to learn.
We're going to find out about that because if you go to this website, which is called Adrenaline BBQ Company.
ABC.
ABCBarbecue.com.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And if you don't know how to spell barbecue, look it up. Anyway,
I just do BBQ.
And they have this movie playing at the top.
Of their Facebook page.
Facebook page. That's all you have to see. Pulled pork. Slow cooked ribs. Look at that.
Oh my God!
You got it. Go. You got to go to their Facebook page, Adrenaline Barbecue Company. And soon, we're going to be having the president, David Parrish, is going to be joining us. He has to come on and leave a comment, and then we'll bring him in, and if our technology works. But if you've never slow-cooked food, it is a great way to kill a day. It really is. It can take hours. I was looking at slow-cooking a piece of meat, and I'm going to let David go into it because I'm not that adept. You know, we should have him and Dave Trevolino come on. And
oh my gosh, I will be hungry for days.
Yeah, that would be great. But you know, if you take a look at, oh my goodness, look at that.
Oh,
jeez.
As we're talking, my stomach is grumbling.
I know it. It's really good. But slow cooking food is really a great way to socialize. I used to do it when we used to go visit some friends up at the lake in Indiana, and we'd get a big piece of meat and put it on the grill, and you could sit around and play cards, you could talk, and have a sip or two, strangely, weirdly. You can actually go play a round of golf, come back. But how do you do that without buying a smoker? And that is what we're going to try to figure out today, is how to, because what they have done here at Adrenaline Barbecue Company is found out a way. Look at that.
I'm so hungry.
Come on, David. Come online. It's time to come online, David. It's time to find us. There he goes. There's only so much that we can talk about without going to lunch, and we're definitely going to go.
Just looking at this food is making me hungry, along with all of the recipes.
There you go. Let's see if we can get David to come in. What is the deal with my phone today? Has you just got cold hands?
No. Phone.
Yeah, it's so weird.
It's your phone.
There we go. Come on. There we go.
David, we're trying to bring you in.
Just hold on, David. We're trying to bring you in. My screen is not working here once again, and we're not understanding why. So we are going to start this.
No, we're going to figure this out.
Oh, we're going to figure it out. Miss Kira is determined because we did it earlier today.
For some odd reason, Randy's phone has seen...
Are you just too cold?
No. See, you have to...
All right, hold on just a minute.
You do. Your screen is messed up. You need a new phone.
You broke it.
I did not break it.
You broke it. You
obviously I'm the youngest, and I always get blamed for everything.
David, I am sorry. It's her fault.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we can hear you fine. It's
all right. So there was some buffoonery on my side, too. I went to your page, and I was learning a whole lot about Belgian beer, and then I thought it was live, and then I realized I was watching the recording. So sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay. No worries on that one.
I'm here now.
Yeah, no, we're happy. We sat here. When you go back, we had a lot of fun taking a look at. You got one of the best Facebook pages around. If anybody goes to your Facebook page,
they're going to be really hungry.
You can,
thank you.
You know, and it's. We are really, really excited about having you on today because Rob, who you've talked with,
Yep.
loves to cook. I mean, this guy, you know, we have a whole page called BBQ It that we're gonna, you know, evolve this with you. But he has a big following that he cooks for down in Peoria, Illinois. We try to do it really badly here. But anyway, welcome. And
Thank
we
you.
can't wait
Good
to
to be
start.
here.
Yeah, if you could just have smell-o-vision, you know, that would be.
You know, every day I wish for smell-o-vision, because we would,
Yeah.
you know, we'd have 5 times the customers if they
Yeah.
smelled our food. It would be awesome.
Well, you got to do us a favor, like we do with all of. When we get done here, Miss Kira will send you a link. Put it on your Facebook page, because we want to hear from all those people that, you know, are part of yours, and that they get to hear ours, because we want to have you in our magazine. Golfers golf, then they sip, but before that they eat a bunch, you know. So it's a good ilk that we come from. So anyway, tell us your story. I went and read it on your, and every word on your website. It appears that we thank you for your service, for what you did for our country,
Well,
and
thank
you
you.
traveled around a little bit. You ended up in Texas, and sort of that Texas barbecue. Is that where you got caught wind of barbecuing, or had you been bit by the bug before you went to Texas?
You know, I have been into grilling for a long time. I've got a picture of me sitting next to a Weber kettle when I was like 13, and Dad handed me the spatula at a very young age. I'm not sure why he didn't. I'd always appreciated barbecue. I didn't really get into it until about 10 years ago. We'd moved out of Texas at that point. But I started doing research on the web, and because I have a physics background, I was trending towards the more scientific websites. And I just really got into it. And next thing I know, I'm moderating a website and answering questions for other people. And it grew and grew until I ended up inventing a product and selling it. And now it's all I do. It's my day job. It's pretty cool. Tell people I'm living the dream, and I mean it.
Well, that's what we did here. It only took me about 13 years to become not even an overnight success. I just get up every morning. So that's about it. And I got beautiful Miss Kira, who has taken a lot of pictures, been on the road for all the big bands and stuff for about 10 years.
I've done barbecue festivals too, so.
You've done barbecue festivals?
Cool.
Yes. And I always am like, I want more barbecue.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, one thing that this experience has taught me is that success is not overnight.
No.
Unless you win the lottery. But
No.
Winning the lottery has never been my retirement plan. So
no,
I'll just go with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, being an entrepreneur is not for the faint of heart. Well,
Nope.
You work,
not at all.
yeah, you work passionately 80 to 100 hours a week, so you don't have to work for 40 hours, you know, for somebody else. And
Bingo.
you know, yeah. So anyway, you got a great product here. So tell us how you came up with this. Now, do you have this? Is it patented, or how did you go about inventing this?
We have a couple of design patents, and we have a utility patent. The design patents are issued. The utility patent is we're expecting for it to go global here within the next year or so.
Good. Congratulations.
Wow. Congratulations.
Well, it's a lot of money, though.
Yeah.
You know, working at the website, AmazingRibs.com, we recommended products to people. And we were getting questions about one of the products we recommended, which led me to think maybe there was something that should be on the market that's not. And that's pretty much how the Slow and Sear came into being. Is I wanted to create an accessory that would allow somebody to take an inexpensive kettle that they probably already have in their yard anyway, and smoke, sear, bake, and roast with it. And you can make things with the Slow and Sear in a kettle that are just as good as extremely fancy, much more expensive cookers. And in a lot of instances, what you make with the Slow and Sear is actually better, because we do a better job of educating our customers and making and enabling them to use the product.
Yeah, you have a great website. So just, you know, tell us how it works. I mean, tell us, you know, how you started with it, how it works. Does it work best in Weber type grills, or can it be in a square type of grill, or how does that work?
So it works best in a grill that is airtight. You need to have extremely good airflow control for it to perform at its best. Weber kettles, Weber grills, the 22-inch, 26-inch, pretty much all the kettles, it works great in. There are kettles from other manufacturers that it works well in also. Napoleon is one of those brands. There's several kettles that have different brands that you'll see at big box retailers. There's one at Sam's Club that you can get for $100. The slow and sear works well in. It can work in a square grill, but it works better in a circular one.
Did you have a question?
No, I'm just so interested in learning more about.
Okay, so I've got a question for you, and it's a very, very basic question. Why is smoked meat? Tell us a little bit of the. Do you sear it, then smoke it? But why do people want to smoke their meat? What happens?
So when you smoke meat, you're generally cooking it for a much longer time and to a higher temperature than you usually would. So when you cook a steak and you say you like your steak medium rare, you're eating it at 130 degrees, the internal temperature. If you want it well done, it's 160. So it's not that much warmer. Mm-hmm. Pulled pork, barbecue, brisket, those meats are all getting cooked to 200 degrees or more. The other difference is those meats have a lot of collagen and connective tissue and gristle in them that if you were to eat it medium rare or well done or whatever, it would be leathery and tough and it wouldn't taste so good. But when you cook it up to 200 degrees, those components of the meat melt and turn into flavor. And the meat becomes much, much more tender than it would be as just, well done. Smoke imparts flavor that everybody loves. So that's the reason we smoke it. And
yes,
everyone,
we do.
Yeah, everyone appreciates a good smoke ring. And the long, low, and slow smoke allows you to use different types of rubs and flavors that you can't use at high heat. When you're grilling and you get over 300 degrees, sugary rubs burn. So you can't do that very well when grilling. So smoking also gives you more options for flavor profiles. There's a lot of reasons to smoke meat. A lot of reasons.
Well, that's the part I like about it, because it takes a long time. You can socialize. You can, play backyard games. You can really get to know the people around. I used to do this. We didn't do it this well, but a friend of mine used to, and I go get a big piece of sirloin, hugely thick, way over thick than anybody would buy. And we would sit at the lake and go to the pontoon boat and had a lot of time talking about that piece of meat we're going to eat, and play hearts and get overserved. And not that I'm proud of it, but it was, it was a lot of fun. But anyway, guys that golf, I have known one thing. They love to eat meat, that's just, you don't go on a buddy trip without, the man bonding time, that whole thing, or kids around the lake or coming home for dinner. They all love that scenario. So how long does it take? Tell us a little bit about, so people, if they're worried about it, how long does it take from beginning to end?
It very much depends on what you're smoking. Pork ribs, baby back ribs, spare ribs, you can do those in 4, 5, 6 hours, low and slow smoking. Pork butt or a brisket, something that's thick like this, the thicker and it is, the longer it takes. Those can take 15 or 16 hours. So really? Those are, and those would usually be overnight type cooks. Now, there are things you can do to get around those times and speed it up. But if you're just cooking at the low and slow temperature throughout, you just put the meat on and wait for it to get done, you're looking at 15 or 16 hours.
And what temperature is that over that period of time?
225 to 250 degrees. I tell people don't stress over trying to hit an exact temperature. Try to stay in a range, because you want natural airflow, and because it gives you the cleanest smoke and the best smoke flavor. Natural airflow is going to have slight temperature fluctuations. So if you're going from 225 to 250, you're just fine. And if you don't believe that, put a digital thermometer in your oven, set it to 300, and look at the lowest and highest numbers you see. You'll be surprised. Even ovens have variances. They usually vary 15 to 25 degrees from whatever you set them to, above and below. They oscillate. Same thing with smoking. You're going to have some oscillation.
Wow. Huh. And I did see on your website, don't you have thermometers to use?
We do. We have several digital thermometers. What we tell people is, if you're not using a digital thermometer, you're driving blind, basically. And
Really?
that's especially true at the beginning. The thermometer gauge that's on the grill is going to be inaccurate. So you need that digital thermometer so you truly understand what your cooking temperature is, as well as the temperature of the food. And over time and over years of use, you may decide you don't need that thermometer anymore. But I've found even at my advanced, well, I consider myself advanced. My advanced capabilities, I still really appreciate having that digital thermometer and knowing my actual temperatures instead of just guessing.
Huh. So if somebody was going to get started in this, you have different kinds of combo packs. And
Yep.
let's say that they have that Weber Magic Grill. What would you suggest that they, what's the entry point where they can start to get into this world?
Well, so you have to have the kettle and the slow and sear to get started with us. The cheapest kettle you can get out there is about $90. Our slow and sear is $126.95. And people ask, why is it more expensive than the kettle? And the reason is it's made out of stainless steel, over 7 pounds of it, and it's fabricated to much lower quantities. But we have a 10-year warranty, so it pays for itself. But those two added together, not that much over $200, and you can smoke, sear, bake, and roast, as well as people with their fancy pellet grills or their big green eggs or whatever else they spent $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 on. So you're looking at about $200 to get $200 to get started, but then you can get more expensive grills to go with the kettle. I mean, the cylinder.
Yeah, well, it's like a it's like a staycation. People are staying home more, or they're bonding more, or whatever. And I know where we live here around the golf course that it's not too hard to figure out that guys coming in. I live on a golf complex in Wisconsin, and I was playing the other night, and even though it was raining, guys are in the backyard. They got the grills going. So a couple $100 is, how much money they're spending on food every weekend is, that to have great food is not really that significant. So tell me a little bit. Go ahead, Karen.
I was going to say, I love that you guys have recipes. How did that come about? And how often do you update them?
We just came out with a recipe Thursday of last week, and we usually promote them on YouTube first. We'll publish to YouTube, and then they eventually end up on the website. We found that most of our customers are visual over readers, and there's two types out there. The people that like to read, they don't want to watch, and the people that watch don't want to read. So it takes both. But we do the visual first. We just came out with a really nice swordfish video last week. And for anybody that wants to check out our YouTube channel, Adrenaline BBQ Company, we have another, can't say what it is, but we have another pretty cool recipe coming out Thursday. So we try to come out with several per month. And we're also available throughout social media, Facebook, Twitter, on our website. We've got our phone number published. So people have questions, we give them really good answers, and it's very important to us that our customers are educated about how to grill and smoke food and that they're successful at it, because that's why we're doing this. It's great that we're making money doing it, but we're doing it because we love the educating, and we love sharing in the success. So when people post their cooks for Labor Day and show their briskets off or their ribs or whatever, that's what makes us happy.
Yeah. Well, we're visiting with David Parrish. He's president of and creator of and inventor of Adrenaline BBQ Company.
Yes.
Amazing.
Company.
43,000 people follow him on Facebook, so he's got to have, you got to have something going for you there. What I'd like to do, every Friday we have to talk about this later, but we have Dave Trevolino, who is the head chef of the PGA Tour, that every Friday comes on, and he cooks at Avenel on the Potomac TPC. So he's trying to create great, healthy recipes for the guys on tour. Sure, that's going to work. But he does. They finally decided, PGA Tour decided to do that this year. But he is the head chef and at Avenel Country Club. So he comes on and brings on these great recipes. So I think all Friday should be, this young gentleman could give us the secret recipe, come back on Facebook, and then we'll have, it'll be Food Friday.
That could be fun.
Hungry.
That would be a lot of fun. We could get it in the magazine and have a lot of fun.
I'll be hungry every Friday then.
It's the weekend. Why wouldn't we not want to fill it up with food? You know,
Right.
that'd be outstanding.
Exactly.
So save your secret recipe. We'll talk with you if you're willing to do it. We'll have you on Fridays to come up with a secret recipe, and then you know, put some in the envelope. Send her some meat. You know.
It doesn't quite work that way, but we'll teach you how to cook, Kira, so we can do that.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. Well, we have a lot of fun with that. No, it's a great website that you have. Everybody should go to abcbarbecue.com. They got their products on there. They can get started in this. Recipes, yep. You know, and we're going to be doing some cooking around. We're actually redesigning our kitchen in the Outback to get this all done. So we'll be talking to you soon on this. So we'll give Kira will be sending you a little email here and a thank you, but tell you how to. Do you have any questions, Miss Kira?
No, I can't wait to learn more because I don't know anything about curling. I don't do it, so I'm excited to learn myself.
Uncle Randy likes to cook.
We show people how to cook every day, so we're ready and very happy to help when you're ready. So.
Well, I'll give you a call right when we're done here. But anyway, David Parrish of Adrenaline Barbecue Company, great products. I admire anybody that can patent anything. I have done that myself. And stay in business. You know, every day you get up and you go to work and you know that
it's not really work.
It's not work. It's where you want to be.
Right.
So I saw your porch. You got three grills and all kinds of apparatus on your own porch. You ain't that bad, you know.
Even more now.
You're not that far. Aren't you in North Carolina?
I am, Charlotte.
Yeah, well, I'll be right there. It's only about 8 hours away. So, as we, you know, here's what we do in Wisconsin, just so you know. We're heading down to Florida. We're doing this campaign and working with people on our golf is golf and golfers golf. And then they go sip and they eat in between. But as we head down, we're going to do something new this year. We're going to take our snowblower, put it on the front of the car with duct tape. And as soon as somebody asks, what's that? We're going to give it to them. And we know we're home. So, so I am done living here. It's not, I got, you know, our whole family and company is going to be heading south come January. So,
well, if you make it to Charlotte and no one has stopped you, that just means they're a transplant from the north. I think you can, hang your hat here and you'll be okay.
All right.
We do not get much snow.
Well, I know. I've
right
got,
up my alley.
Yeah, some of my best friends live in Charlotte. Beautiful town. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it really is.
Gorgeous area
it really
of the world. You're sort of in the right climate because you get enough little cold to keep it interesting, but you have beautiful springs. And
we have 4 seasons, but they're not extreme.
Yeah, no, they're great. And the golf, honestly, in the springtime, our magazine is going to be shifting in to do the golf in the southeast. I mean, from
cool.
Yeah, as it warms up.
Because it gets warm here first, so yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know, warm up here is still 32 with flip flops and a light shirt on, and snowing just a little bit. So
we'll have to disagree on that one.
I'm serious about that. Anyways, when the Packers are out of the playoffs, life is over. We got to go. So
yeah.
Hey, knock on wood.
Yeah, they play the Bears Sunday, right?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Anyway, hey David, it's great. You got great. Look forward to, and we'll try to see if we can do this Friday thing. It'll be a lot of fun. So
sounds good. Thanks, guys. It was a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Have a good one, David.
Bye bye.
Hey, take care.
You too.